Hey guys, today's video is about Monster Beverage, ticker symbol MNST on the stock exchange. This company has increased net income more than 160 times since 2003. The returns that the company has delivered over time are just ridiculous. Net sales also skyrocketed in the period with an average annual increase of 26%. Sales have increased for 28 consecutive years. In 2021, they continued to deliver solid results with a record in net sales in Q1, which rose 17%. And with all that, this is what happened to the stock price over time. Quite amazing, huh? The energy drink market was created by Red Bull. Monster was able to grab a part of that market with a can that had a very aggressive look and was quite bigger than the Red Bull can, which resulted in the Monster energy drink being proportionally cheaper. The company was founded in 1930 under the name Hansen's, selling juices in California. Over time, they began selling soft drinks and in 2002 decided to enter the energy drinks market. As we just saw, the company's profits went through the roof from there. In 2012, they changed their name from Hansen's to Monster Beverage, and since then, the company has evolved a lot when it comes to the amount of products. Today, they are the owners of Monster, Full Throttle, NOS, Burn, Relentless, Mother, Reign, and Predator, each of which has several different products to serve various niches of the market. The company is also very good in innovating, presenting new products every single year. They compete with Red Bull, Rockstar, Venom, and even with Starbucks and McDonald's because Monster has its own coffee brand. The company invests heavily in advertising. Their image is very important. It's what creates the perception of value for consumers and makes them choose a Monster product over competitors. They sponsor lots of sporting events such as the UFC, motorcycle races, NASCAR, and esports championships. It's very common to see the top athletes in each of these sports consuming Monster products. Their image is so important that in the annual reports they present the number of impressions linked to the brand on the main social networks and the number of both positive and negative mentions of their products by consumers. They focus on the mentions of purchase intention, negative brand image, positive and negative mentions on social networks, and so on. The company has a market cap of $49 billion, a price to earnings ratio of 34, and gigantic margins. The gross margin is almost 60%. The net margin is also excellent, around 30%, and the company is expected to see a 10% increase in sales by the end of 2021. Since the creation of Monster products, the company has been gaining market share and today is already the leader in the US in the energy drink segment. In this graph, we can see on the second line the total MAC, which corresponds to all Monster products, representing 38.6% of the sector's revenue in the US. On the lines that follow, we see each of the Monster brands. The main product, Monster, has 32.5% of the market, the NOS brand has 2.9%, Reign gets 2.7%, and Full Throttle with 0.6%. Below that comes the competing brands, and you can see that the biggest competitor by far is still Red Bull with 35.5% of the segment's revenue. This gain in market share took a leap in 2014. They signed a deal with Coca-Cola, which now holds 17% of Monster shares for $2.1 billion. With the agreement, all of Monster's non-energy drinks became the property of Coca-Cola, and Monster took over Coke's energy drinks such as Full Throttle, Burn, and NOS, in addition to being able to use Coca-Cola's distribution system around the globe. Can you imagine being able to count on Coke's distribution system, which reaches 99% of countries around the world? This is without a doubt an excellent competitive advantage for this company. As a result, the company now sells its main product, which is the Monster brand, in 140 countries, and the company already has a very relevant global presence. At least one of the company's product is distributed to 154 countries around the globe. So, good products, great brand, good margins. Here's my thoughts on this company. They still have room to grow internationally, since 70% of the revenue comes from the US and Canada. Their distribution agreement with Coca-Cola gives them a very strong competitive advantage. They have very solid margins, a very strong balance sheet, are virtually debt-free, and have proven themselves over time. When it comes to the weaknesses and risks, despite being also a strong point of the company, the distribution agreement they have with Coca-Cola can also be a big risk because they are now so dependable on that. They also have very strong competitors such as Red Bull, and there's also image-related risks since the company's sales rely so much on the perception that consumers have of the products. In case the company faces serious questions regarding the quality of the products, for example, that would be an important issue for them. So, what do you think? Is Monster Beverage a stock to buy and hold? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for videos of some of the greatest companies to invest. See you next time.